On the 8th day of Christmas, Robbed Up gave to me Dark Odyssey by Jonathan, Sonic Boom by Hadoken, Deadly Games by Damianos, Arcane Ascent by Alkali, Misty Mountains by Weatherman 4, Matilda by Jazer, Temple of Time by Dav, and Falling Up by Kermal. Dark Odyssey by Jonathan. I don't think I really need to introduce this level that much. This level was immensely popular, is immensely popular. It came out this year. It's a remake of Dark Travel, which I also included in the 12 Demons of Christmas in 2018. So we're doing Dark Odyssey, the remake, which is an extreme demon. And this is arguably the hardest level so far. Much like Dark Travel, in the last 50% of the level, there's some quite hard bits. I feel I'm pretty consistent at the beginning, but the last 50%, there's some bananas stuff. The duel at 50% is reworked, and it's awesome. It's so good. It's so much fun, but it's a bit tricky. In the last 50% of the level, there's no parts that are particularly super hard. It's just more difficult than the first 50%, and I'm certainly gonna die there a lot. So it's gonna be pretty grindy, but I like this level. It's a lot of fun. There's some cool little buffs and stuff that were from Dark Travel. I mean, the whole level's reworked, let's be real. The gameplay's changed. Like, it has the spirit of Dark Travel, but the gameplay's entirely its own. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going into low detail mode, because on high detail, it still works, but there's some parts that are just a little bit laggy. And those parts are kind of at parts where I'm going to be really needing to focus, like towards the end of the level. And so I need to give myself as much of a leg up as I can, because I'm going to be farming this for a while, and it's time sensitive because it's in the 12 Demons of Christmas. So low detail mode still looks really good though. Jonathan made low detail mode look great, even though high detail is pretty amazing to look at. And I do highly recommend checking out a video like by Nexus or something, where you can see the level in high detail in all its glory. But low detail still looks great. And for me, also another reason is I've been playing a lot of Geometry Dash lately, like a lot. And I need to give my eyes a little bit of a break. So as much as like the flashy effects in some of these parts in this level are really cool, I need to give my eyes a little bit of a break. I'm just in practice mode to refresh some of my timings and stuff. And I'm just going to show you like some of my kind of trouble spots that I have a hard time doing. I find the beginning really consistent. By the way, this is just really fun. I love this part. I love this part. It changes. It's random, by the way. So you got to be ready for it. So yeah, I mean, not everything changes, just like the arrows that show you where to go. Like those saw blades, you can be like 2 bottom, 2 top, or they can be like any mix of those orders. So you got to be ready for it. Yeah, it's really cool. So it's down and then up, and then you got to go down, and now I'm on the top, and I got to be ready for it. So what I got to do there is I got to land on that and then hold down the button to go up, which I'm usually good at. That's really easy. I think going up is easier. And then this is randomized too down here. So it's right down. If you put a checkpoint though, it's not, right? It'll retain the same thing. And then like through here, this is randomized. You got to see the green and then go for the green. It can be any one of those. And so you got to be ready for it, which is really cool, by the way. I think it's cool. It's going to kill me when I get there a few times, but that's fine, man. I don't mind dying to cool parts that are like decently challenging, that test like your sight reading. I think that's awesome. The beginning I find is really consistent, and it is really easy to read the random parts. Like you got a lot of time to react. So yeah, I definitely find the first 50% of the level really a lot easier than the last 50%. Not by much though, but it certainly is, right? It's more like consistent anyways. Man, I love the way that part flows. Ooh, I jumped really early, but I still managed to get it. Nice. Nice. I found that UFO in Dark Travel pretty tough. I mean, it's all different. It's all like reworked gameplay. Like similar, but reworked, you know? And some parts are way different. And then it's pretty chill to the halfway point. And even though it only says like 45, it's just because the end of the level is much faster. So it actually is the halfway point. I think this level is 6 minutes long. So this is like the 3-minute mark. Man, that's stressful. Dude, as soon as I get here, I'm going to be stressing out so hard. I'll try not to, though. Try to retain my inner calm, but... Now, this part used to be free in Dark Travel, and it's still, like, not that hard, but these aren't, like, easy free jumps, you know? You still gotta time them. You can't jump super early. Bum, 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 bum. Very, very cool. And then on to the duel, dude! Which I'm not even gonna bother to explain the duel because, like... It's really learny, but like it flows really well. Like once you got it, it just man. This part I sometimes die to though. Like bum 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 bum. It goes so well to the song, and it's very well marked. So it seems like confusing at first, like when you get here. If you just look at the gameplay itself and you're focused on that and not on the markers that tell you where to go, like you'd be like, that'd be hard. But with all the markers and the way it flows to the song, it's really well crafted. It's really, really cool. I'm fairly confident in the duel though. I am not, dude, I die there to that transition all the time. And these inputs are late, some of them. And so I will die here for sure in this spot. Especially this. Do 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 like that. This part is so cool looking. My goodness. That is so cool. This part's hard for me. Like it's not that hard to get to like here, but then like that, man, that mini ship sometimes you saw it like almost crash. Yeah, dude, I have a hard time with that mini ship sometimes. And then I sometimes have a hard time with this part. I don't have a hard time as I'm the mini ship following the line, but as I become a big ship, there's that part where there's two spikes on the bottom in the green. Sometimes I don't go up high enough for some reason. I don't know why, man, but sometimes I die, but I practice it a lot, so maybe I won't die there. I'm hoping I don't. There are some timings here though, like you gotta wait till the very end, the very end. It's easy to go too early there, especially when you're under stress, and the UFO, you need to jump right away. So there's just a couple things to remember here. Not particularly hard skill-wise, but you do got to remember what you're doing. And I jump late there all the time, dude. Now it goes to the piano though, which is brilliant. Like that is so cool. Do 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 do. It's so cool. Do 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 do. Oops. Oh boy, man. I'll be stressing out too. Like it's not hard. It's just you're gonna be stressing. You're gonna be stressing when you get here. That's the hard part. Okay, well, I think I'm consistent enough at this level to start some normal mode attempts, but man, it's gonna be... Dude, I'm gonna be on this level for so long. I'm probably just gonna show a few fails, and like, that's it. There's probably not gonna be much commentary going on from here on out. It's just gonna be complete focus. Said what I wanted to say. Show you guys like my big fails, which there's gonna be a lot of. Wow, I don't usually have a hard time with that, but hey, man, one attempt, 27%. I have practiced a lot because this level made me nervous putting it in the 12 demons just because of how long it is and hard. Wow, I jumped too high. Nice. Dude, all the way back to the beginning. A death is soul crushing, man. In this level, like one death because it's so long. It's soul crushing, dude. I did that, man. I did the UFO part wrong. I clicked the button one too many times. I normally go 2 up and 3 down at one part. And so I went 3 up and I had to go 4 down. That was a beautiful save. Even if I die, I don't care. Beautiful save on that attempt. All right, halfway point. Let's go. Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I thought that was fine, man. I wonder how far did I miss that? Did I miss that by just a tiny bit? Oh boy, here we go. Dude, the gate didn't open. I swear I pressed the da-da-da-da-da, like da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Shoot, bro. I didn't hold down the ship long enough. You have to hold down the ship all the way until you get to those jump orbs, and I just didn't. Close, man. That sucks.
Found a lot of comfort in as a kid growing up. To him, nothing ever seemed insurmountable. He was never scared. And to this, right before and after successfully highlighted the main antagonists, established both were amazing for very different reasons, and I will be chatting about them in detail, but one fight I won't be covering that much of will be Shikamaru's. His values run counter to Naruto's, and just like clockwork, he brings out the best in our titular ninja. What's also interesting with this character is the effect he has on both Naruto and Sakura. By bluntly and coldly addressing the actions of Sasuke, he puts pressure on both of them to justify Sasuke's behavior.
I've never gotten this. I've never felt this way beating a level before other than this. I had the worst luck with this level. I spent like 5 days of grinding like hours per day, and I died so much to the end. Even in Artificial Ascent, I've never felt that stressed at the end of a level before. My heart, I don't have a heart rate monitor, but my heart was beating out of my chest. I could feel it, and I almost messed up a jump, and I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack. I had the worst luck with this level, and I've ditched so many recordings, and I don't even know. There's piles and piles of recordings, but I stayed determined. I really wanted to do this level for the 8th day of Christmas. I was thinking of maybe putting this for the 12th day and just like pushing it back, but I did it. Oh my God, I have like 3 days until this video goes live because I have been pre-recording, but like it was starting to catch up, you know? I was watching from this guy called Totally Not Mark, who's gone through some stuff on YouTube recently. As I was playing this, I was actually listening, not right now, actually. This is the first time I haven't been listening to his YouTube channel, but I was watching his YouTube channel on like his Naruto recap and talking about how the characters in that series like never give up. That's the thing about Naruto, is like he'll do anything to follow his dreams. As I was watching that, there were so many times I was like, I should just give up on this level. I'll just replace it. But I was watching that and I was like, no, you know what? It was weird. But I was like, you know what? I love Naruto. I'm not gonna give up. I'm just gonna keep on going. And I did, and I'm so happy I did. The thing is I know like this isn't the hardest level I've done. I think I've done like many extremes harder than this. With the 12 Demons of Christmas, there's time pressure, man, and time was starting to catch up, and the early videos that I had done didn't really matter because it was starting to get to time to upload this. The schedule was all gonna get messed up, and I was feeling the pressure, and like oh man, so this took 2,000 attempts, but not really. There was another copyable that had like another like 1,000 or like 1,500 attempts on it. Yeah, no, it was probably like 2,000 attempts, thinking about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was up to about like 2K. So like 4K attempts, but keep in mind, each attempt on this level is so long. So many people beat this in fewer attempts than that are around my skill level. Like, so many people beat this in like 1,500 attempts, which is what I thought it was going to take me. I got so unlucky. I died to the end. I don't even know if I have all the recordings for it, but I died to the ball once, right before the last section. I died to the slope part twice. I died to the ship before that when it's changing phases like 3 times. And I died to the dual ship before that like 7 times. I think Dark Odyssey is a fantastic level. I had a really hard time with it, and at the end I was really stressing out, but this level's so good. Like, there's so many really cool parts. Like, the randomized part is so awesome, and like the duel is really consistent. There's a couple parts that I gotta say you can actually kind of practice wrong, where you think you know what to do in the duel but you didn't, and like there's another easier way to do it, and I had to kind of relearn the duel a couple times. There were some things that made it easier for me, but once you get it, it's pretty consistent. It's just nerves really once you get to the last 50%. The hard part about it is, you guys are gonna call me crazy for this, but it's like a memorization level. Now let me explain, okay? Because it's not really, but it is. In this part with like the asymmetrical duel, it's very learny and there's a lot of stuff to learn. And to learn it the proper way, you need to remember exactly how to do it. And because the level's so long, there's so much to remember. That's why I call it like a memorization level, but it's really not. But it feels like that to me. But it's really consistent, as memory levels are. It's consistent once you know what to do. The last duel with like the robot and the ship is so consistent, but you need to know what to do. Like the last part where it's the mini ship that's flying, you need to know how to properly fly it into the ceiling to bounce it and then like get it to land. And like I wasn't doing that properly and I died there a few times. You just got to know what to do. It's very technical, but once you get it, it's consistent. But it's very easy to jump into normal mode early and be like, oh yeah, I know what to do. But really you don't. So happy to have beaten this. Like, I think this is a fantastic level. Jonathan made a masterpiece of a level. However, it's scary, man. This is a beast of a level. This was very difficult and took a very long time. And my plan for the last day of Christmas was to do something a little harder than this. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, because this was hard, man. Because a lot of people say this is an easy extreme. It kind of is, but it's like around the hard side of easy extremes. For the extremes that I've beaten, this is probably middle of the road. Like, I've beaten what, like 16 or 17? There's probably like 9 of those are easier than this. I mean, let's go take a look. I'll tell you which ones I thought were easier than this. I thought Cataclysm was easier than this. I thought Hypersonic was easier than this. Red World Rebirth, similar, maybe? A Falling Up was easier than this. Heartbeat was easier than this. Acropolis was easier than this. Downbase, I don't know, similar? Lost Existence was easier. Nah, I think Aftermath was harder. Accu was easier. Thanatophobia was easier. Necropolis, similar, maybe. Around there. It's like I said, it's kind of like middle of the road. Misty Mountains was easier. This is kind of like middle of the road Extreme Demon for me. So this was like very difficult. Like a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. For some reason going into this, just judging from what people have said, I thought this was going to be like extremely easy, like beginner extreme. This is not a beginner extreme. This is not a beginner extreme. Do not do this as a beginner extreme. You will get your butt whooped. I mean, unless you want to get your butt whooped. I mean, that's cool, man. Like some people love making huge jumps and that. I mean, that's cool, dude. You want to do that? By all means. But man, harder than expected. Fantastic level. Just, I underestimated it going into it. This destroyed me. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next Demon of Christmas. Leave a thumbs up. Helps me out a lot. And as always, peace.